calling all hunters and fishermen. If you are planning to get a license this year, be prepared to pay more.
Absolutely. A new bill could raise fees for the first time in more than a decade. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen explains what this means for you.
Senate Bill 5583 is making waves in Washington, proposing a significant hike in hunting and fishing license fees.
The way that WDFW, our Fish and Wildlife Agency, is able to do this work is with the fees that come in from recreational users, both recreational fishing and hunting licenses. These fee revenues fund things like maintaining that habitat that perpetuates our wildlife and fish and shellfish for future generations.
The bill cleared the Senate earlier this month, and if it becomes law, license fees will raise by 38%. That means big game deer license would go from $39 to nearly $54, while freshwater fishing license would jump from $25 to $34.50. Supporters say the increase is necessary, bringing in an estimated $19.3 million per biennium to help the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife maintain its lands.
In 2020 alone, more than 31 million people, we're a state of 8 million people, 31 million people visited our WDFW managed lands, and WDFW manages over 1 million acres across the state, including 30 wildlife areas and nearly 500 water access areas.
But not everyone is on board. Opponents argue that with rising costs across the board, this could make outdoor recreation unaffordable, especially for those who rely on hunting and fishing to feed their families.
A lot of people in my district, Mr. President, they're subsistence hunters. This is the meat that they put in their freezers. And if it were the only thing that we were looking at this session as a measure of making sure that Fish and Wildlife had what they needed to continue to do the good work that the gentleman alluded to, that might be a different thing.
The bill now heads to a House committee for further debate. If passed, the higher fees will take effect this July. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.